Hey, welcome back. Howdy. Editing cherry popping in real quick. I had my OBS settings just absolutely screwed up for most of the recording of this. I've done my best to recover what I could, but it's going to be a bit fuzzy, sorry. Okay, back to what VoiceOver Me was saying. I was at a loss in what I wanted to do for my world for a little bit, not sure what direction I wanted to go. I had lots of different ideas bouncing around. Maybe I'll go spawn-proof the spawn chunks, maybe I'll start building an actual iron farm, maybe I'll start working on Piss Village. So much to do, but I wasn't really feeling it. After a lot of stalling, I decided to just sit my ass down and actually get to work. While I did finish my house last time, the island wasn't really a home yet. I needed food, farms, infrastructure, so I got my ass to work. My main two goals are to get this island looking a little more homely, and also get an enchanting table for Silk Touch so I can begin spreading grass over the island. For an enchanting table, the main resources I would need are sugarcane and leather. Luckily enough, the only mob that spawns on Mushroom Islands are mushrooms, and mushrooms drop leather. I initially shoved some into a mob crusher, but it ended up being so much of a pain without a dispenser for the water that I just moved them to a normal pen after a few mass escapes. However, for my shrooms I need wheat, and for wheat I need a farm, and suddenly I had some inspiration. A little farm to work from. Nice, humble beginnings for what I will hope turn into a vast empire of giant buildings and machines. But for now, I plant wheat seeds. After getting a small plot of wheat started, I began construction on a mine shaft. Yes, I know I literally just fucking made one over by Piss Village, but I really didn't feel like going all the way across the goddamn ocean every time I wanted to mine, so I went about setting up a mine shaft, in the only correct way to mine, TM. This didn't take too long, as a lot of my island turned out to be hollow, which is a gigantic safety issue. I've been playing pretty fast and loose with my life up until now, but after having a few heart attacks, it's probably time to invest in some safety. That's right, we're going full OSHA compliant in this bitch. With walls around the steep cliffs, I decided to put my house on. All of the work making this area into a small farm gave me the idea to build a little windmill on the small flat area I had been growing trees on. Now, usually for a build this small, I would just want to build it out in the world, like I did with my house, changing it as I went. But I kind of wanted to showcase the other style of building I do, and get a little practice in with Replay Mod, which I'm still kind of shit with, but that's a topic for another time. So I popped into my super secret creative testing world and got tinkering. I'm not going to show you my tinkering, mainly because there are other builds in the background I've been working on that will be used in the future, no spoilers. After working for a bit, staring at Google images of windmills, and eating some pizza, I had a pretty good idea of what I wanted. After I was happy with what I had, I captured it with Lightmatica and threw the schematic into my world to get to work on gathering the resources I need. Lightmatica has this really nice function where you can just get a list of exactly how much of every block you need. This is more useful for large-scale builds that would really be a nightmare to try and take care of. For smaller things like this, it's not really necessary, but nice to have. With all the shit gathered I needed, it was time to do a really quick 3D printer impression. And I'm really happy with how this came out. I have a bit of an unhappy history with windmills, especially the blades. They're somewhat tricky to balance with the rest of the building. Too big, it looks too heavy, and too small, it looks fucking comical. I think I've struck a good balance here, and I'm super proud of the texturing on the blades with the trapdoors and stairs. Depth like that can really make a build that much better, and it's something I try and strive for because it's something I struggle with. Spreading from the windmill, I started work on getting some actual paths going throughout my base. I don't think I've ever gone this long without lighting up where I've settled down, too. I really hope living on a mushroom island doesn't make me complacent. Regardless, I also spent time to decorate the wheat field and expand it significantly. I added some more definitely OSHA-compliant handrails to keep my dumb ass from slipping and falling off. That would be an insanely embarrassing way to end a hardcore world. If you noticed I didn't do any interior for the windmill and just jumped straight to landscaping, first off, what the fuck, are you taking notes or something? But also, yes, I was putting it off. Not exactly sure what I ended up with, some kind of farm work area. Not really what you would find in a windmill, like there's no mill here. Upstairs for now, I'm going to stick my enchanting setup there. Originally, I was going to get some amethyst and some other decorations up there, but after spending half an hour tracking down some amethyst, I remembered you can't fucking mine it without Silk Touch. So it's just kind of in a box for now. I have some fun plans for an enchanting setup with the XP farm brewing. I just need some time to cook it. On the note of XP farms, I didn't notice or somehow forgot there's an ocean monument right next to my island. Now, I have a bit of a history with ocean monuments, specifically guardian farms. If anyone remembers the panorama shot from the first episode, I showed off a giant pyramid of prismarine. This is a mega base I started years ago at this point, and it's been under construction ever since. I keep getting distracted, and I never actually want to finish it. Actually, now that I think about it, I have a lot of unfinished projects in my big survival world. I can't quite put my finger on why. Anyway, that mega base was built around a guardian farm that I'd used for nearly all of the early game in that world, until I got a massive gold farm online. And don't worry, the insane farms and builds are coming in this world too. I've just decided to take it nice and slow. Side tangents aside, seeing that monument gave me more than war flashbacks. It completely changed what I wanted to build for my enchanting area. I was leaning towards a floating island chained to my island with like a wizard tower on it or something, but I've gotten an amazing inspiration that I don't want to spoil. Now, after getting my enchanting table all set up, I realized I was missing something rather important. Well, two things, actually. Lapis and XP. It was mainly Lapis that I forgot about. Still not used to that change from, wait, how long ago? 1.8? In 2014? Oh, for fuck's sake, I've been playing this game for way too long. And yet I'm still sometimes so bad at it. So after a quick existential crisis about game updates, I went on a quick mining trip for some diamonds and XP. And then I sat down to enchant. Sadly, I didn't get Silk Touch to begin the massive project of grassing the island, and in truth, I'm a little relieved. I did end up getting Fortune and making myself a really nice pickaxe. It's kind of ironic, literally the only fucking time I want Silk Touch, I get a nice Fortune enchantment. Usually it's the other way around. And with the milestone of the first enchanted pickaxe, and a good amount of diamonds, it was time for an upgrade. It was time to hang up my iron armor and sword, and strap myself into a nice shiny set of diamond armor. And this gear is definitely needed, because for my next project, I'm going to the Nether. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate it. These videos take me a lot of time right now as I'm still hammering out the process of recording, scripting, and editing. It means a lot that you watch to the end. If you want to see the next time when I very literally go to hell, why not subscribe? And no, I'm not making a city called Golden Shower. This has been Cherry, and I'll see you next time. I initially tried shoving someone to a mob crusher, but it ended up being... Hi, Steve. Hi. I'm trying to record.